Guys, go on, guys. Go back to another reaction video. So, guys, I'm actually the wisest Shady over here. We're gonna get started with the reaction video.
I've lived a big life. Nuts and bolts is what I'm all about.
Imagine a kid who felt lost in life, not knowing where he belonged or what he was meant to become. A kid searching for something more, wondering if he'd ever find his purpose. Well, that same kid got one opportunity that changed everything and is now making millions of kids smile every single day. This is the rise of Shady.
I was watching peek about this.
Shady, whose real name is Evan and who was born on July 28th of 2004, started his journey on YouTube by recording a video with Cash of a school project. Shady always loved the Minecraft and actually started playing Minecraft Pocket Edition in 2012 and loved video games overall, so he wanted to play them for the rest of his life. Some of his favorite childhood YouTubers growing up were Technoblade and Popularimo.
Yeah, I would agree with those two. I would agree with that.
Growing up, Shady was a pretty insecure kid. He didn't have many friends, so the ones he had, he tried to keep close. You're probably wondering how he met Cash in 6th grade, and well, here's what he has to say. I forgot to move my face cam out the way, so y'all can't really see Shady for this first part of the interview, so please forgive me, but at least you guys can hear his reaction to my very normal location.
Where's that?
There's too many cars around here.
McDonald's?
There's too many cars around.
Bro! The McDonald's angle, bro.
Shady, how did you meet Cash in 6th grade?
So it was a class called Tech Apps, and I was just sitting down at a desk, and it was the best spot in the class, to be fair. But basically Cash walked up to me, and there was already someone supposed to be sitting next to me, and he asked me, he was like, hey, is anyone sitting here? And I was like, this dude seems kind of chill, you know what? I was like, I'll let him sit here. So I said nah. And then he sat down, and that's genuinely where we just started talking after that, because I saw him pull up Minecraft on his screen, and I was like, dude, is that your YouTube channel? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't know anybody else played Minecraft, and bros, that's how it all started.
They've actually been friends for 11 years now, but guess what? The school district decided to send Cash to another school in 7th grade because of where his house was in the city. So they didn't talk much at all that entire year. But in 8th grade, they started talking and became friends again. They started playing Roblox, Minecraft, and other games. They also both really got into Fortnite and were both the best Fortnite players at their school. Anyways, moving on, when he was in high school in his junior year, Shady began to work at a corner store. And it was around this time that he dated a girl who worked there. But eventually, they broke up. But guess what? Shady was stalked by her and her friends, and they would leave notes at his door. Kinda crazy, right? She would literally follow Shady home from school in her car. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. After high school, his life was kind of going nowhere, and he felt kind of like his spark was fading. He didn't really chase any dreams, and he was headed into a bad direction. He felt like he had no purpose. Cash was an inspiration for him, though. He was out there, chasing his dreams of being a YouTuber, but Shady had yet to make a single step. You see, Shady had been wanting to do YouTube for a while ever since he was a young kid. He always wanted to be a YouTuber. He just never took the actual step to try and be consistent, and he never really believed in himself. Eventually, though, Cash gave him the opportunity to play a character in his videos, and it changed his life entirely. Shady, how did you feel when Cash let you work on videos with him?
It was such a cool opportunity, you know, like it kind of like gave me like a new like sense of purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everyone like who starts like their YouTube journey just automatically just gets thrown onto like a big stage like that immediately. It's really rare, you know, just walking right into like just a fan base already there for you. So that was like the hardest yet coolest part. But it it was awesome, dude. And it honestly, it gave me a sense of purpose. It made me happy.
The first video he ever appeared in was a Nico video called Going From Poor to Rich in Minecraft. And the first Cash video he was in was called Cash is Crying in Minecraft.
Cash crying.
At first, Shady was originally supposed to be the shy, nervous guy. But obviously, that's not the case. Because he kind of just ended up letting loose, and the fans enjoyed this version of him a lot more than they would have liked the shy version of Shady. Later on, Shady pushed for the idea that they should voice random characters in the videos, like villagers and mobs. So, the first video where he voiced an NPC character was Nico's How I Met Zoe in Minecraft. There's actually 3 characters he voiced in that one video, but the funniest one was the fishing llama.
We need 3. Okay, how much is 3?
Hang on.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
You know what, y'all kiddos, I'm gonna get you for free today, okay?
For free?
It's on the house?
It's on the house, man. I love y'all.
You're probably wondering how he met Nico and Zoe, and here's how.
I'm watching that, bro.
Make the face that I make when I get a foul call. What?
I do not care.
How he met Nico and Zoe, and here's how.
Shady, how did you first meet Nico and Zoe?
Nico and Zoe, dude, I met them both in December 2022 over like Discord, and then the first time I ever met them in person was actually June 2023 when we all met up at VidCon for the first time. And dude, it was so crazy like seeing them in person, just because I had been working with them for like half a year at that point. So it was exciting until Zoe walked up and called us short. Yeah, that one will always stick with me.
Wow,
Anyways,
so
with time, Cash eventually started the Cash Blocks channel, where him and Cash recorded Roblox with just each other. That's around when Shady kind of started to loosen up and be more of himself in the videos. It was also around this time that Shady started using bombs in videos and blowing people up, and he became more of a troll. There's actually many bloopers of Shady, and so many times they've had to pause a recording because he trolls too much, and he would accidentally blow up the entire world or something and crash the server. What did the Minecraft world do to you, Shady? As he kept being in more videos, he would read the comment sections, and people say, Shady is funny. I laughed at Shady. And for him, knowing some random guy was able to make just one kid laugh and just be happy meant the world to him. You see, when Shady was a kid and would come home from a bad day, he would turn onto his favorite YouTubers to kind of just laugh and enjoy the content. So now, he loves knowing that he has the ability to make millions of kids smile and maybe brighten up their day if they were sad beforehand, and therefore always tries his hardest in the videos to be as funny as possible. Till this day, Shady is genuinely so thankful for the opportunity that Cash and Nico gave him. They helped him out of a weird spot in his life and gave him a super cool opportunity, and he put in the work to make it worth it for them. Recently, he created a new channel called EXN, which is secretly short for his real name, Evan. And with the start of his EXN channel, he has all the motivation in the world to expand and create.
Shady, you mentioned something about Make-A-Wish Kid. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, in January of this year, me, Cash, Nico, and Zoe all went to New York to visit this really cool kid. His name is Jacob. And he had a bit of an unfortunate situation in his life. He had to go through multiple open heart surgeries. And to see a kid like that who was struggling but able to be super positive and get through the hardships of life. And he can't use one of his hands. And he was able to play video games really, really well with just one hand. Like, watching him play on the controller was super inspiring and cool. It was just really heartwarming to me, just to be able to see a kid really do that and smile and just be happy through everything that he's gone through. And, it really just opens, your eyes and just shows you, everyone deals with their own thing. So, in life, you just gotta be happy and just do what you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a really cool experience, and it was great to meet them. They're amazing people. And, shout out Jacob. You're a really cool kid, bro. And, yeah.
A few final facts about Shady are that he plans to soon start a Minecraft channel. And if you look at his YouTube handle on the channel EXN, you'll notice it says EXN Poo, because that's all he could think of in the moment. Kinda sus, not gonna lie, Shady. And yeah, that's all the info I could find on Shady. So, with that being said, I hope you guys all have an excellent day. Shady, if you had to give one piece of advice to everyone watching this video right now, what would it be?
If I had to give some advice, I would say,
Bro, the quote at the end is gonna be, I don't know, Shady.
Come on, Shady. Get some advice, dude.
Bro, like, I just feel like, eat chicken.
Yeah, guys, eat some chicken. That's the explanation of the day. Okay, let me eat some chicken. That's my aspiration. Okay, but anyways, guys. Hope you guys the video and it's just what's going on. Look at the guys. Let me know what you guys want to know what you got in the comments. And you have anything like to comment